Why, happy Friday, everyone. It's going to be a long weekend and it's a holiday weekend. So that means lots of time to be streaming flight sim related content. Today is Friday, so I hope you guys had a wonderful week and are looking forward to the weekend. Today I'm going to be flying a different route from a different airport. We're actually be going from, we're going to be actually touring the Outer Banks. So we're going to be going from KMQI over to KORF. So it's about an hour's flight, so I hope you guys enjoy. We'll also be having same intentions to our ATC today. So let's get this party started. Just to let you know, I'm also streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. So let's go ahead and remove this. Sorry about that. Oops, that's not it. Sorry, I was distracted with my phone calls coming through. Gotta love those telemarketers. God, they're so annoying. Hi, would you like to donate $5, $10? Would you like to buy this? No, leave me alone. Telemarketers. So anyway, we got all the 4 items off the plane. So we're going to be getting into the plane. We'll give this baby a startup. Never been to this airport, so it's going to be an adventure for me as well. Hope you guys enjoy it. Just make sure everything is looking good. So as I said, we're going to be leaving from, departing from KMQI. From here, we'll come down a little bit, and then we'll pick back up the Outer Banks, and we'll do some audio tours. Hopefully you guys learn some. We're actually going to pass Kill Devils, which is where the Wright brothers actually flew their first flight, which is one of the reasons I picked this flight path. And then we'll be coming up to KORF. So just bear with me while I get everything set up, and we'll be on our way. The beacon light should have been on already. The pitot heat's fine. Oh, taxi nav. Should be okay. Let me check something real quick. Somebody left me a message the other day. No, we're not going to worry about that then. Oh, so I need to get my comms on, so let me fix one more thing. There's that. Let me put that over there. Custom docks. Oh, here we go. I see how this works now. Beautiful. Let's see if the, let's go ahead and load up some fuel. We'll go to aircraft, flight performance. We're going to add some fuel. That's probably too much, right? Yeah, that's too much. Okay, I'm happy with that. Make sure everything else is good. Seats, that's fine. 340 pounds. I got my tour. I got my just my mentor. My tour guide is actually going to be doing for Bush Party. Yes, it is a free flight. It is free flight Friday. Free flight Friday. No, I'm doing the Outer Banks, so hope you guys enjoy. So let's see here. I think that's good. Don't know this airport, so we need to probably go all the way in. Crap. So we're gonna go to runway 23, I believe is where we're gonna go. So that's gonna be up over here. Cool. I should have tuned this departure, but that's all right. See that. So that's 23. Let me just familiarize myself with this runway. That should be all right. Well, we're gonna find out. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. And have radio check. Let's see if the radio actually works. Good afternoon, November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a radio check. Hold on. I gotta fix something. This cable. It gets me every time. Good afternoon, November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a radio check.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like, and next is what yours sounds like.
Good afternoon, November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a radio check. That's weird. Usually they read it back in a different way. But that's all right. So there is no clearance here. I've got a center AWAS. Let me listen to my radio real quick. Weather.
Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 22. Dew point 7. Altimeter 29905. Density altitude 800 feet. Dare County Regional Airport, automated weather observation. 1905 Zulu. Wind 330 at 9er gusting 1. 2. Dew point 7.
Three, 4, 5, let's see. 4, 5, 2995. Good to me. And what else are we going here? CTAF at the center. There's no tower here. Departure, so. Afternoon, Center, November, Charlie, Juliet 472. Would like a BFR clearance. from KMQI runway 23.
November, Charlie Juliet 472. Potomac approach on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure on 128.525, squawk 2535.
Potomac approach on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure on 128.525, squawk 2535. November, Charlie Juliet 472.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, read back correct.
And then we're gonna do a there we go. Nope. Two 2535. 2535. Okay, folks. And good afternoon, departure. November, Charlie Juliet 472, requesting taxi to runway 23 for a VFR flight.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, taxi to runway 5 at your discretion.
Is it runway 5? I thought it was runway 23.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, runway 5 is assigned due to current wind conditions. You may request runway 23 if you prefer, but runway 5 is recommended.
Potomac approach, November, Charlie Juliet 72, will taxi to the preferred runway, which is runway 5. Potomac, November, Charlie Juliet 472 is at runway 5, ready for departure VFR.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, runway 22, winds 305 at 10, gusting 15. Cleared for takeoff.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, clear for takeoff. So we got 74. And we're out of here.
November Charlie Juliet 472 radar contact. Over Dare County Regional Airport at 900 feet. Manteo altimeter 29.901.
Potomac departure, November Charlie Juliet 472, radar contact over Dare County, 900 feet, altimeter 29.91.
November Charlie Juliet 472. Contact Cherry Point approach on 124.72.
Contact Cherry Point approach, 124.725. November Charlie Juliet 472. Good day.
November Charlie Juliet 472. Dare Airport at your 5 o'clock, 2 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Take care.
Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. See ya.
November Charlie Juliet 472. Roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Hold on a second. Well, it looks like Bush just dropped. They love doing that to the servers. I don't know why. But we can improvise. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me fix that real quick with So what we can do is we'll just do this. Well, I'll just go over to my... Put this on hold for a second.
The current Body Island lighthouse is the third that has stood in this vicinity of Body Island on the Outer Banks in North Carolina and was built in 1872. It stands 156 feet tall and is located on the Roanoke Sound side of a portion of a peninsula that is the first part of the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. The lighthouse is just south of Nags Head, a few miles before Oregon Inlet. It was renovated from August 2009 to March 2013 and was made climbable by the public. There are 214 steps that spiral to the top. The 170-foot structure is one of only a dozen remaining tall, brick tower lighthouses in the United States, and one of the few with an original first-order Fresnel lens to cast its light.
Well, we're going to change that to this. We got to do a workaround, so let me just go up here. Hello, Jeff. This is GameSpeaker. Are you there?
At our 11 o'clock, about 3 miles out, we can see the Oregon Inlet, a fascinating waterway that separates Bode Island from Hatteras Island in North Carolina. This inlet was formed in the late 19th century, specifically around 1846, when a significant storm breached the Barrier Islands. The Oregon Inlet is not just a pretty sight, it has historically been a vital passage for boats navigating the treacherous waters of the Outer Banks. Fishermen and recreational boaters flock to this area, making it a hotspot for fishing, especially for species like bluefish and flounder. The inlet is also home to the iconic Oregon Inlet Fishing Center, which has been a hub for anglers since its establishment. So as we fly over, just imagine all the fishing tales and adventures that have unfolded here. Hello there. Yes, I'm Jeff, your tour guide for this flight. What can I assist you with today?
Well, I'm just letting you know that you're taking over my tour today. We're flying around the Outer Banks, so I hope you can provide us with some good tours.
Absolutely. As we fly over the Outer Banks at our 11 o'clock, about 2 miles out, we can see the Oregon Inlet. This inlet is not just a beautiful waterway, it has a fascinating history, having been formed in 1846 during a significant storm that breached the Barrier Islands. It's a crucial passage for boats navigating the often treacherous waters of the Outer Banks and is a popular spot for fishermen looking to catch bluefish and flounder. The Oregon Inlet Fishing Center, established to support anglers, has become a hub for fishing activities in the area. So as we glide over, just think of all the fishing adventures that have taken place here.
Jeff, what is this on my left?
At our 9 o'clock, about 3 miles out, you'll see the beautiful Pea Island National Wildlife Refuge. This refuge was established in 1938 and spans over 5,000 acres, providing a crucial habitat for migratory birds and other wildlife. It's a favourite spot for birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts, especially during the fall and spring migrations when thousands of birds pass through. The refuge is also known for its stunning coastal scenery, with salt marshes, dunes and beaches that are perfect for a leisurely stroll or a picnic. So as we fly over, just imagine all the wildlife that calls this place home.
Is it mainly for birds, or are there actual mammals and things?
While the Pea Island National Wildlife Refuge is primarily known for its bird populations, it is also home to various mammals such as deer, otters and even some small rodents. The diverse habitats within the refuge support a range of wildlife, making it a fascinating spot for nature enthusiasts.
Jeff, 12 o'clock, what is that? It's like a bridge. What is that we're looking at?
At our 12 o'clock, we're looking at the Oregon Inlet Bridge, which connects Body Island to Hatteras Island. This bridge, completed in 1963, is an engineering marvel that spans about 2.5 miles over the inlet. It's not just a vital transportation route, it also offers stunning views of the surrounding waters and is a popular spot for fishing and sightseeing. The bridge has become an iconic symbol of the Outer Banks, often featured in photographs and postcards. So as we fly over, just think of all the travelers who have crossed this bridge to explore the beautiful islands.
It was talking about this bridge up here. Which brings us to this island over here. Let's see. So we'll fly down a little bit and then we'll make a turn out to the east and come back up north. Let's thin out our mixture just a little bit. Make it a little bit more lean. Jeff, does it say how long it took them to build this bridge?
The Oregon Inlet Bridge took about 18 months to construct, with its completion in 1963.
Oh, good to know. So 18 months, it's not really that long.
Yes, 18 months is quite a short time for a bridge of that scale. It's impressive how quickly they were able to construct such an important structure for the region.
We look down, we can see some cargo ships.
At our 3 o'clock, about 5 miles out, we can see some cargo ships navigating the waters. These vessels are part of the maritime trade that is crucial for the economy, transporting goods to and from various ports. The Outer Banks region has a long history of shipping and trade dating back to the early colonial days when it served as a vital passage for merchants. It's fascinating to think about the countless stories and adventures that unfold on these ships as they traverse the Atlantic.
Let's try to log in again. Try one more time. Nope. So yeah, we'll be using Jeff today.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Jeff, any other interesting stuff before we start making our turn?
At our 1 o'clock, about 5 miles out, we can see the beautiful Cape Hatteras National Seashore. This area was established in 1937 as the first national seashore in the United States and is famous for its stunning beaches, historic lighthouses and diverse ecosystems. The Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, which stands at 210 feet, is the tallest brick lighthouse in North America and was moved in 1999 to protect it from erosion. The seashore is a popular destination for beachgoers, surfers and nature lovers, offering opportunities for fishing, kayaking and birdwatching. So as we fly over, just imagine all the fun and adventures happening on those sandy shores.
Which highway is on there? What's the name of the highway? Jeff, what is the name of the highway?
The highway highway you're seeing is North Carolina Highway 12, which runs along the Outer Banks. It's a scenic route that connects various islands and is known for its beautiful views of the coastline.
Mentor. Hello.
Hello, ready to dive into some aviation topics? Let me know what you're curious about.
It seems like the sim is moving very slowly. How can I restore the correct time, the sequence of the sim? We're moving very slow. It's like the sim just froze. Yeah. It's like we're standing still. Let's do this real quick. It froze. Great. I think we're gonna have to start over again. Nice. Gotta love it. Good old Microsoft. So let's start this again. Good afternoon, Center November Charlie Juliet 472 requesting a VFR takeoff.
System test. Okay.
Center, good afternoon. November Charlie Juliet 472 requesting a VFR flight from KMQI.
November Charlie Juliet 472. Contact Dare County Tower for VFR takeoff clearance. Once airborne, contact me for flight following if needed. November Charlie Juliet 472. Contact Dare County Tower for departure clearance. Once airborne, contact me for flight following.
You have their frequency?
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact Dare County Tower on 123.075 for departure clearance.
Good afternoon, Dare County Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a VFR clearance from KMQI.
Nobody is listening on 123.075.
What frequency should I switch over to? Departure November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a VFR clearance.
November Charlie Juliet 472. You still have an open flight plan. Please be sure to close that one first via the new flight button.
Where's the new flight button?
November Charlie Juliet 472. The new flight button is typically found in your flight planning or navigation software. Please check your device or application for the specific location.
Great. What a complete mess up right now. Good old Microsoft. Let's try to do this again. It's all confused. Let's send this to the avionics. Okay, let's see if they'll let us know. November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a VFR clearance from KMQI.
November Charlie Juliet 472. You still have an open flight plan. Please be sure to close that one first via the new flight button.
Let's do this. That'll do it. All right. Let's set this up real quick. KMQI. Let's go down to ramp 5. Start flight. There we go. November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a VFR clearance from KMQI.
Pause system test. Okay.
Can I get a radio check for November Charlie Juliet 472?
November Charlie Juliet 472, you're coming in loud and clear.
Roger that. And can I request a VFR clearance?
November Charlie Juliet 472 on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet. Departure on 124.725 squawk 4452.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet. Departure on 124.725, squawking 4452. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, read back correct.
November Charlie Juliet 472 would like taxi clearance to runway 5.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact ground on 122.8 for taxi clearance to runway 5.
Ground, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like VFR or taxi clearance to runway 5. November Charlie Juliet 472 would like a taxi clearance to runway 5. Center, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like a taxi clearance from KMQI to runway 5.
Clearance on request. Stand by. November Charlie Juliet 472, Cherry Point approach. Before you can fly IFR, you'll need to have your SimBrief username set up, and you'll need to file your IFR flight plan on SimBrief. SimBrief is free. Enter your SimBrief username in the app settings. If you'd like to fly VFR, just let me know.
I'm requesting a VFR clearance.
November Charlie Juliet 472 on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet. Departure on 124.725 squawk 4452.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet. Departure on 124.725, squawking 4452. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, read back correct.
I would also like a taxi clearance out to runway 5.
November November Charlie Juliet 472, read back correct.
November Charlie Juliet 472 requesting a taxi to runway 5.
November Charlie Juliet 472, taxi to runway 5 at your discretion.
November Charlie Juliet 472 is taxiing to runway 5. Good grief. Oh my God, get out of the way. Get out of the way! What's going on today, people? Oh, we gotta set fuel. We gotta add fuel to this plane. Departure, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like, we're actually at runway 3, runway 5 requesting, ready for departure.
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 5, winds 330 at 11, gusting 16, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, November Charlie Juliet 472. Let me check something real quick. Go here. Let's see, miscellaneous, live weather, student pilot, that's fine. Intercom, that's fine. There we go. This thing is all buggy today. I apologize, folks. Everything's just whacked. Let's see. Everything's just wacky. Hopefully
Jockey's
this...
Ridge State Park is a North Carolina state park in Dare County, North Carolina in the United States. Located in Nags Head, North Carolina, it covers a 427-acre area and includes the tallest active sand dune system in the eastern United States.
Bush is now working.
It is the most visited park,
Which is what we're
within the
supposed to
North
do,
Carolina
but it broke
park
down
system.
on us.
The park is a day-use-only park and has no campgrounds. Jockey's Ridge contains 3 unique ecosystems: the Roanoke Sound, the Dune System, and the Maritime Forest. Often when it rains, Water collects near the bottom of the dunes, creating temporary ponds known as vernal pools. Few fauna can be seen around the dunes, although some types of flora, such as tall grass, may be seen near the bottom of the dunes. The park is open year-round, except Christmas Day, and does not charge an admission, parking, or program fee. The park's entrance is located at milepost 12 on S.
November, Charlie Juliet 472, radar contact. Over Dare County Regional Airport at 900 feet. Manteo altimeter 29.904.
Trails, a sound access, and picnic areas. Viewing the sunset over the sound, bird watching, and kite flying are among the favorite
Departure November,
activities
Charlie
of
Juliet
visitors.
472.
The park also provides outside
Altimeter is
bathrooms that are typically open
29.94.
from the
Thank you.
last frost of the spring to the first frost of the fall. During the summer months, when visitation is highest, visitors are encouraged to bring water with them. There is no fresh water available within the park. The desert-like environment can be quite harsh and temperatures can reach 110 degrees. The sand can be 30 degrees hotter. The park's visitor center features a museum about the cultural and natural history of the park, including sand dunes, plants and wildlife, weather, pirates and local maritime history. A hang gliding school provides concessionaire hang gliding lessons in the park. The ridge area is accessed either from the back deck of the visitor center or the parking lot via a 350-foot long boardwalk.
Bring that throttle back up. There we go. See if Bush is actually working. Go here. It's all screwy. That's all good. I don't know what's going on, but we will fly. $73, okay, that's good. Actually, so we get a good, I'll put my other tour guide on as well. Let me fix that real quick. Good afternoon, Jeff. How are ya?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. How about you?
Doing well. We're doing a low-level flight so we can take in the sights.
At our 11 o'clock, about 3 miles out, you'll see Oregon Inlet. This narrow waterway separates Hatteras Island from the mainland of North Carolina and is known for its rich fishing grounds and beautiful scenery. The inlet is not only a popular spot for recreational fishing, but also has historical significance as it was once a major shipping route for vessels navigating the treacherous waters of the Outer Banks. The area is frequented by nature enthusiasts and bird watchers, especially during migration seasons when various species flock to the region. It's a picturesque spot that truly showcases the natural beauty of the Outer Banks.
Departure, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like to climb another 1,000 to 2,500.
November Charlie Juliet 472, climb and maintain 2500 feet.
Climb and maintain 2500 feet. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, altitude restrictions canceled. Maintain VFR altitudes.
Altitude restrictions canceled. Maintain VFR altitudes. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, say destination.
Final destination will be KORF, runway 23.
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 23 confirmed for KOR, continue as planned.
Departure, we're actually doing a tour, so we're actually flying south, and then we will make a easterly to north, back to north, so we can approach KORF. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, approved as requested. Continue with your tour and proceed to KORF when ready. November Charlie Juliet 472, say again your request, please.
Just letting you know that we were flying south for a little bit to do a tour, and then we will turn east and come back up north to land finally at KORF, runway 23. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, approved as requested. Proceed with your tour and return to KOR for landing on runway 23.
Jeff, anything interesting right here as we get ready to turn into the Atlantic Ocean?
At our 1 o'clock, about 10 miles out, you'll see the beautiful Cape Hatteras National Seashore. This stretch of coastline is famous for its stunning beaches and unique natural landscapes. Established in 1953, it was the first national seashore in the United States, and it protects a variety of ecosystems, including salt marshes, dunes, and maritime forests. The area is also home to the iconic Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, which stands at 198 feet tall and is the tallest brick lighthouse in the US. It was built in 1870 and is a popular spot for photographers and history buffs alike. The seashore attracts beachgoers, birdwatchers, and those seeking to enjoy the serene beauty of the Atlantic coast.
Jeff, what highway is that to my left?
That highway to our left is North Carolina Highway 12, which runs along the Outer Banks and connects various towns and attractions in the area.
Is that the only highway on that island?
No, North Carolina Highway 12 is the main highway that runs along the Outer Banks, but there are a few smaller roads and local routes that connect to it.
Jeff, are there any places to take an off-road vehicle and drive on the beach down here at the Outer Banks?
Yes, there are several places along the Outer Banks where you can take off-road vehicles and drive on the beach. One popular spot is the Cape Hatteras National Seashore, where you can obtain a permit to drive on designated areas of the beach. Just make sure to follow the regulations to protect the local wildlife and environment.
Do they have a problem with the turtles down on this beach as well?
Yes, there are concerns about turtle nesting along the beaches here, particularly for the endangered loggerhead turtles. During nesting season, which typically runs from May to August, volunteers and organisations monitor the beaches to protect the nests and ensure the hatchlings make it safely to the ocean. It's a crucial effort to help maintain the turtle population, as these creatures face numerous threats, including habitat loss and predation.
Hopefully we're back. Sorry about that. We should be back. Yep. Let me make sure that this is good. There we go. Oh my god, what could have gone wrong today? Chat has gone wrong, but we'll deal with it. Usually our days are much better than these little failures.
At our 10 o'clock, about 2 miles out, you'll see Jurassic Pert, a fun amusement park that features a dinosaur-themed mini-golf course. This unique attraction is designed to entertain families and visitors of all ages, with life-size dinosaur sculptures and a whimsical prehistoric atmosphere. While it's a great spot for some light-hearted fun, it also serves as a reminder of the area's appeal to tourists looking for recreational activities. The Outer Banks is known for its beautiful beaches and outdoor adventures, but places like Jurassic Pert add a playful twist to the experience. It's a perfect pit stop for families wanting to mix a little adventure with their beach day.
Wow. That's all messed up today. Must be the salt in the salt water. Jacking everything up. We will continue though. We won't let that discourage us. Just like if the Wright brothers got disappointed the first couple of flights, we wouldn't all be here with this hobby. I'm just saying. I think Bush Radio is going to give us some audio tours here in a minute.
Wright Brothers National Memorial, located in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, commemorates the first successful, sustained, powered flights in a heavier-than-air machine. From 1900 to 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright came here from Dayton, Ohio, based on information from the U.S. Weather Bureau about the area's steady winds. They also valued the privacy provided by this location, which in the early 20th century was remote from major population centers.
Pretty cool. Jeff, can you provide us a little bit more information on the Kill Devil Hills Wright Brothers Memorial?
The Wright Brothers Memorial, located in Kill Devil Hills, commemorates the first successful powered flight by Orville and Wilbur Wright on December 17, 1903. The memorial features a striking granite monument that stands 60 feet tall, symbolizing the brothers' pioneering spirit and their contributions to aviation. The site includes a visitor center that showcases artifacts and exhibits related to their experiments and flights. Interestingly, the area was chosen by the Wright brothers due to its favorable winds and soft sand, which provided a safe environment for their early flights. Today, the memorial attracts aviation enthusiasts and history buffs alike, eager to learn about the origins of flight and the legacy of the Wright brothers.
Collington Harbor is a gated community located on Big Collington Island. The residents of Collington Island are governed by the Dare County Board of Commissioners. Collington is part of District 2, along with the towns of Kill Devil Hills and Nags Head. Residents are zoned to Dare County schools. The specific schools are First Flight Elementary School, First Flight Middle School, and First Flight High School. Prior to 2004, students in the First Flight High area were zoned to Manio High School. The Wright Memorial Bridge comprises two automobile bridges spanning the Currituck Sound, between Point Harbor, in Currituck County, and Kitty Hawk, in Dare County. The bridges carry US 158 and are dedicated to the Wright brothers. The first bridge opened on September 27, 1930, built by the W. L. Jones Company of Elizabeth City and owned by the Wright Memorial Bridge Company. Entirely made of wood, the 3-mile span took 6 months to construct, at a cost of $225,000. A toll bridge costing $1 per trip, it became the official gateway to the Outer Banks and even featured an archway at the Kitty Hawk end that read Dare County at top, 1583 birthplace of a nation on left, and 1903 birthplace of aviation on right. The Wright Memorial Bridge replaced a privately run ferry service spanning the Point Harbor and Kitty Hawk, between Point Harbor, in Currituck County, and Kitty Hawk, in Dare County. The bridges carry US 158 and are dedicated to the Wright brothers. The first bridge opened on September 27, 1930, built by the W. L. Jones Company of Elizabeth City and owned by the Wright Memorial Bridge Company. Entirely made of wood, the 3-mile span took 6 months to construct, at a cost of $225,000.
Sorry about the duplication. I'm still trying to tweak this.
Per trip, it became the official gateway to the Outer Banks and even featured an archway at the Kitty Hawk end that read Dare County at top, 1583 birthplace of a nation on left, and 1903 birthplace of aviation on right. The bridge replaced a privately run ferry service between Point Harbor and Kitty Hawk. In June 1935, the State Highway Commission purchased the Wright Memorial Bridge for $150,000 and removed the toll. In 1934, NC 344 was replaced by NC 34, which was later replaced by US 158 in 1941. In 1966, the first Wright Memorial Bridge was replaced and raised. The second and current eastbound bridge opened in 1966, replacing the first Wright Memorial Bridge. The new 2-lane concrete slab bridge allowed a 55 miles per hour speed limit, an improvement to the former bridge's 25 miles per hour speed limit. In 1995, a second parallel bridge was constructed to alleviate traffic, which became the westbound bridge. The older eastbound bridge was reconstructed in 1997. Both bridges together provide 4 lanes of traffic.
Just pulling audio from here. Okay. Jeff, how are you doing back there? Any other interesting facts as we look to our west here on the Outer Banks Island?
At our 12 o'clock, about 8 miles out, you'll see the beautiful Jockey's Ridge State Park. This park is home to the tallest natural sand dune system on the east coast, reaching heights of up to 100 feet. It's a popular spot for hang gliding, kite flying and hiking, attracting outdoor enthusiasts and families alike. The park is also a great place to witness stunning sunsets over the dunes, making it a favourite for photographers. Legend has it that the area was named after the local practice of horse racing, where jockeys would use the dunes as a vantage point to watch the races.
Good point. Did not know that. So we'll stay over the Atlantic for a little bit, and then we'll come back up onto this strip here, and that'll take us right into the airport. We got about another 49 nautical miles to go.
November Charlie Juliet 472. Contact Washington departure on 124.825.
Crap, that closed. Contact Washington departure on 124.825. November Charlie Juliet 472. Washington departure 124, or Washington departure November Charlie Juliet 475, 472, checking in.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Washington departure, good afternoon. Corolla altimeter 29.901.
Uh, 29.91. Thank you, sir.
At our 12 o'clock, about 3 miles out, you'll see the stunning Currituck Sound. This large estuarine body of water is known for its rich biodiversity and serves as a crucial habitat for various bird species, including migratory waterfowl. The sound is also a popular spot for fishing, kayaking and bird watching, attracting nature enthusiasts and outdoor adventurers alike. Interestingly, the Currituck Sound is part of the larger Albemarle-Pamlico estuarine system, which is one of the largest estuarine systems in the United States. The area is steeped in local lore, with tales of the famed wild horses that roam the nearby beaches and islands, adding a touch of mystery and allure to this beautiful region.
November Charlie, Juliet 472. Contact Norfolk departure on 119er.55.
Washington departure. I will contact Norfolk departure on 119.55. November Charlie, Juliet 472. Have a good one.
The Currituck Beach Light is a lighthouse located on the Outer Banks in Corolla, North Carolina. The Currituck Beach Light was added to the National Register of Historic Places on October 15, 1973. On December 1, 1875, the Currituck Beach Light was completed, located between Cape Henry Light and Body Island. Unlike its fellows, Currituck Beach Light was not painted, leaving its brick facade visible. In 1939, the lighthouse was automated following a merger of the United States Coast Guard with the Bureau of Lighthouses. The Outer Banks conservationists performed much of the reconstruction and refurbishing work since 1980 through private funding and volunteer work. Since 1991, visitors have been allowed to climb the original 220 steps to the outdoor gallery. Access to the lens room is not permitted as the first order
Norfolk
lens
departure,
is not
November
only the
Charlie,
original
Juliet
lens,
472,
but it is
checking in.
still a functioning one.
November Charlie, Juliet 472. Norfolk departure. Good afternoon. Corolla altimeter 29er.901.
Corolla altimeter 29.91. November Charlie, Juliet 472. Thank you. Jeff, is there any questions you would like to ask my Twitch and YouTube viewers?
I appreciate the offer, but as a tour guide, I'm here to provide information about the sights we see rather than ask questions to viewers.
Anything interested within the next like 2 or 3 miles ahead of us?
At our 10 o'clock, about 1 mile out, you'll see Corolla Adventure Park. While it's primarily known for its recreational activities, the area around it is also rich in natural beauty, with the nearby beaches and coastal landscapes drawing visitors for their stunning views and outdoor fun. It's a great spot for families looking to enjoy some adventure, and you might even spot some wild horses that roam the beaches nearby.
Can you drive on the beach if you have a 4-wheel drive?
Currituck National Wildlife
Yes, you can drive on the beach with a
located
4-wheel
on the
drive
northern
vehicle in
end of
designated
North
areas, but
Carolina's
make sure to
Outer
obtain
Banks,
the
was
necessary
established
permits
in
and follow local
1984
regulations to protect
preserve
the
and
environment
protect
and
the coastal
wildlife.
Barrier Island ecosystem. Refuge lands are managed to provide wintering habitat for waterfowl and to protect endangered species such as piping plover, sea turtles, and sea beach amaranth. Habitat types common to most barrier islands are found on the refuge. Moving westward from the Atlantic Ocean to Currituck Sound, these habitats include sandy beaches, grassy dunes, interdunal wetlands, maritime forests, and shrub thickets. Currituck Sound's shoreline is made up of brackish water marshes and occasionally mudflats that have been exposed by wind tides. A few forested islands also exist on the refuge. Monkey Island, a noted bird rookery, provides nesting habitat to several species of wading birds. It is also currently the most northerly known native habitat of the sable minor palm. In addition to sable palms, vegetation within these diverse habitat types includes several varieties of beach grasses, live oak, loblolly pine, wax myrtle, cattails, sedges and rushes, black needle rush, and giant cordgrass. Various types of wading birds, shorebirds, waterfowl, raptors, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians common to the eastern United States are found on the refuge. The endangered piping plover and loggerhead sea turtle sometimes nest on refuge beaches and dunes. The refuge has a surface area of 8,316 acres.
That's pretty cool. Pimlico. Jeff, what is Pimlico?
PIMCO, or Pacific Investment Management Company, is a global investment management firm known for its fixed income management and investment strategies. Founded in 1971, it has grown to become one of the largest investment firms in the world, managing a wide range of investment products for institutional and individual investors. PIMCO is particularly famous for its bond funds and has been a significant player in the fixed income market, often influencing trends and strategies in the investment community.
Sorry about that. I meant Pimlico. That's about 2.85 miles in front of us.
PIMCO is a global investment management firm known for its expertise in fixed income
Jeff,
investments,
stop.
but it doesn't have any direct relevance to our flight or the landmarks we're
Island
observing.
National Wildlife Refuge was established
Understood.
in
I'll stop
1960
providing
to provide
information.
habitat for migratory waterfowl, primarily the greater snow goose. It is located almost entirely on Knott's Island in the Currituck Sound between Back Bay and Virginia Beach, Virginia, and the Open Sound in North Carolina. Most of the refuge lies within North Carolina, but some of it
Oh,
is
nice.
in
We're getting
Virginia.
close to crossing the
refuge
Virginia
is
border.
primarily made up of marsh habitat. This area has long been recognized for supporting significant migratory waterfowl populations and sport fishery resources, and is part of the Charles Kuralt Trail. The refuge is strategically located along the Atlantic Flyway, making it an important wintering area for ducks, geese, and tundra swans. At times, flocks of over 12,000 snow geese may be observed on the refuge
Wow.
after their arrival in November. Many other wildlife species such as wading birds, shorebirds, raptors, neotropical migrants, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians use refuge habitats for food, cover, and nesting. A pair of bald eagles also nest on the refuge. About 74% of the refuge is slightly brackish marsh habitat, dominated by cattails, black needle rush, and giant cordgrass. The remaining habitat includes farmland, marsh impoundments, brush and typical upland and lowland eastern pine hardwood forest. Vegetation in these areas includes loblolly pine, sweet gum, black gum, cypress, red maple, hickory, and oak. The refuge has a surface area of 8,231 acres. Of this, 7,357 acres is in North Carolina and 874 acres is in Virginia. Falls Cape Natural Area Preserve is a 3,573-acre natural area preserve located in Virginia Beach, Virginia, just north of the state border with North Carolina. The preserve covers a 1-by-6-mile strip of largely undeveloped land located on Falls Cape between the Atlantic Ocean and Back Bay, and is one of the most undisturbed areas of coastal habitat remaining in the mid-Atlantic. The preserve protects a variety of wetland and upland habitats, including maritime and swamp forest, interdunal wetlands, and Back Bay marshes. It also hosts various plants and animals rare in Virginia, more than 24 in all. Many of these are southern species at the northern limit of their range in far southern Virginia. Many birds also come to the area during the fall and spring migrations. The preserve is owned and maintained by the Virginia Department of Conservation and Recreation as part of Falls Cape State Park, and comprises the undeveloped portions of the park. These were dedicated as a natural area preserve in 2002. The preserve, like the remainder of Falls Cape State Park, is not publicly accessible by vehicle. The nearest parking is approximately 5 miles from the preserve, which can be accessed by hiking, boating, or via a seasonal shuttle. Visitors must travel through Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge, which assesses a separate access fee. Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge in southeastern Virginia
November
is
Charlie Juliet
located in the
472.
independent city
Contact
of
Oceana
Virginia
departure on
Beach.
123.9er.
Established in 1938 in an isolated portion of the former Princess Anne County,
We'll
it is
contact
managed by the
Oceana
US
departure
Fish and Wildlife
departure on
Service.
123.9,
The
November Charlie
administrative
Juliet
office is located
472.
on Sandbridge Road at Sigma between Lago Mar and Sandbridge Beach. The Visitor Contact Center is accessed via Sandpiper Road from the Sandbridge area of Virginia Beach.
Good afternoon,
It is the
Oceana
southernmost
departure
area of
November
development
Charlie
on the
Juliet
Atlantic
472
coast of
checking in.
Most of the 9,062.45 acre freshwater refuge is on the Currituck Banks
November Charlie
Peninsula,
Juliet
which
472.
borders the Atlantic
Oceana
Ocean
departure.
on the east
Good
and the
afternoon,
back
Virginia
bay
Beach,
of the
altimeter
Currituck Sound on the
29.901.
west. As part of Virginia's Outer Banks, the refuge's barrier islands feature large sand dunes, maritime forests, freshwater marshes, ponds, ocean beach, and large impoundments for wintering wildfowl. The majority of refuge marshlands are on islands contained within the waters of Back Bay. It is considered by
So this is where all my
conservationists to be an
birds go
important link along the Atlantic Flyway for
when
migratory
it's
birds
winter time.
such as snow geese.
They're all down
The
here.
refuge adjoins Virginia's Falls Cape State Park. Beyond that, the northern edge of North Carolina's Outer Banks lies immediately to the south. A tram runs through the refuge, providing the only public access to Falls Cape State Park other than by foot, bicycle or boat. A bicycle/pedestrian trail is planned through the refuge between Sandbridge and Lago March.
Attention viewers, this is your captain speaking. If you're enjoying the flight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for flying with us today.
Jeff, so what body of water are we flying right over right now? This part down here, guys.
The Military Aviation Museum in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
We are currently
is home
flying
to
over
one
the
of the
Atlantic
world's
Ocean, which
largest
is known for its
collections of
vastness and rich
warbirds in
marine
marine
life.
condition.
This body of water
It
stretches
includes
from the Arctic
examples
Ocean in
from
the north to
Germany,
the Southern
France,
Ocean in the south,
Italy,
and it plays a
Russia,
crucial
the
role in
United
global
Kingdom,
weather patterns
and
and
the
ocean
United
currents.
States,
The
from
Atlantic is
both
also
World
famous
War
for
I
its
gotta tweak
historical
that, guys. I
significance as it
apologize
was
for
for
the
many explorers and
ranges
traders
from
during
the
the Age of
1910s
Discovery.
to the
So
early
keep an eye out for any
1950s.
marine activity
Its
below.
mission
You
is to
might spot some
preserve,
dolphins or even a
restore
whale
and
if we're
fly
lucky.
these historic aircraft and to allow a new generation to experience and learn from what might have endured in the skies so very far from home. Unlike most other collections, which are displayed in a static museum environment, almost all of the historic aircraft at the museum have been restored to flying condition. In twice-yearly major air shows, as well as other special events, the aircraft fly again for the public to view and experience. The collection also includes a large reference library, along with artifacts and materials to illustrate the historic context of the aircraft in the collection.
About 20 more nautical miles. Yeah, as you guys can see, my two tour guides are kind of conflicting with one another. I got Jeeves from Sane Tensions, and I've got Bushcoin. Heck no! Be right back, guys.
Opened in 2001, Red Mill Commons is a large regional shopping center located in southeast Virginia Beach, Virginia, on between General Booth Boulevard and Upton Drive, containing about 130 shops and businesses. Retailers at the site include Walmart Supercenter, TJ Maxx, Home Depot, Michaels, Fat Frog's Bike and Fitness, Pier 1 Imports, Dollar Tree, Home Depot, Petco, K Jewelers, Anytime Fitness, ABC and others. Restaurants include Outback Steakhouse, Chili's, Golden Corral, Sonic Drive-In, Wendy's, Burger King, Starbucks, Panera Bread, La Bella Italia, Senor Fox Mexican Restaurant, Rigoletto, Nawab, Tita Thai, Flip Flops Grill Plus Chill, Cold Stone Creamery, Red Robin, and Chipotle Mexican Grill. Red Mill Commons received several design awards and was voted Best of the Beach by the citizens of Virginia Beach in 2006. In early 2008, Red Mill Walk, an expansion of the complex that is anchored by a Target, opened across Elson Green Avenue. It also contains an Office Max store, Primo Pizza, Pearl Vision, AT&T, Once Upon a Child and several other businesses. Red Mill Landing was built soon after and includes Fire Brew Restaurant, Lynx Martial Arts Academy, the Skinny Dip Frozen Yogurt Bar and a Sprint store. Red Mill Commons contains 775,000 and
Frozen yogurt sounds good about right now.
240,000 square feet of retail space.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact Norfolk Tower on 120.8.
Contact in Norfolk Tower on 120.8. November Charlie Juliet 472. Have a good one.
Historical Park is an outdoor aviation museum just inside the main gate of Naval Air Station Oceana in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It is open for visitors on a tour of the base, which is operated by the Military Aviation Museum and military and DoD employees. Aircraft on display represent those historically in use at the air station. Aircraft in the collection include Douglas XAD-1, Douglas A-4F, Grumman KA-6D, Douglas F-4D-1, Grumman F-11.
Norfolk Tower, November Charlie
Grumman
Juliet
F9
472,
F2,
checking in.
McDonnell F-2H4, North American FJ-3, Grumman F-14A, McDonnell Douglas F-4B, McDonnell Douglas FA-18A. Vought
Norfolk
F-8E.
Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472, checking in. I took that out, yep. November Charlie Juliet 472, checking in. There he goes.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Norfolk Tower. Please check your microphone settings and ensure it's properly connected. If the issue persists, try using an alternative communication method or device. November Charlie Juliet 472, Norfolk Tower. Enter left base for runway 23.
Enter left base for 23, November Charlie Juliet 472. About 11.5 nautical miles. So we're gonna go up and come down this way.
First Landing State Park offers recreational opportunities at Cape Henry in the independent city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. As the first planned state park of Virginia, First Landing is listed on the National Register of Historic Places as Seashore State Park Historic District. A portion of the park is listed as a National Natural Landmark as part of the Seashore Natural Area. The state park is near the site of the first landing on April 26, 1607 of Christopher Newport and the Virginia Company colonists before establishing themselves at Jamestown. The park includes cabins, areas for camping, fishing, and swimming, a public beach, and over 19 miles of trails for hiking and biking. Virginia's most popular state park, it's visited by over 1 million people each year. Its main entrance is located on Shore Drive across from the beach camping entrance. First Landing State Park charges a fee for its camping facilities and for the overnight use of its cabins. Originally built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the 1930s, First Landing State Park is located on the Chesapeake Bay. The park, which is Virginia's most visited state park, is nestled in Virginia Beach. First Landing offers boating, swimming, nature and history programs, hiking, biking, picnicking, a boat launch, cabins and 19 miles of trails on 2,888 acres. It also has campsites that have water and electric hookups and nearby access to restrooms and showers. The park's name was changed in 1997 from Seashore State Park to First Landing State Park to reflect its heritage as the first place where members of the Virginia Company landed.
And now you guys know. Yep. Let's put this down. Ooh, that's a little
the
dark
Chesapeake
cloud.
Bay Bridge Tunnel is a 17.6-mile bridge tunnel system that spans the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay. It is one of only 12 bridge tunnel systems in the world and one of just 3 in the United States. It carries U.S. Highway 13 south from the eastern shore of Virginia to Virginia Beach. From early colonial times until the early 1960s, a ferry crossed the strait. the need to ferry all vehicles across limited economic growth in the Eastern Shore, and therefore the Virginia legislature began to consider the possibility of a bridge across the mouth of the bay.
Starting our descent.
The plan was complicated by the presence of two important shipping channels that connected Baltimore, Washington, and Norfolk to the Atlantic Ocean. Originally, high spans were considered over these shipping channels, but the United States Navy objected due to concerns that an enemy could trap the Atlantic fleet in port by destroying one of these bridges. Therefore, a bridge tunnel modeled after the nearby Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel was designed. The original CBBT consisted of one lane in each direction over 12 miles of trestle, 4 high-level bridges, 2 miles of causeway, and 2 one-mile-long tunnels. The transition between bridge and tunnel occurs at one of 4 artificial islands that are each 5 acres. In 1999, a second set of bridges was completed, and the bridge is now 2 lanes in each direction except in each of the 2 tunnels. Plans are in place to bore 2 new tunnels, and the goal is to have 2 lanes in both directions for the entire length of the system by 2040. The bridge can be dangerous due to its position over open ocean. It is frequently closed during storms.
November Charlie Juliet 472, winds 290 at 8, gusting 20, runway 23, cleared to land.
Being blown off the bridge. It is also susceptible
Norfolk Tower,
to being struck by one of the many military or civilian ships.
Runway 23. I will let you know when I have runway 23 in sight. November Charlie Juliet 472.
Into the bridge and destroyed 375 feet of the bridge. During the 6
November
weeks
Charlie Juliet 472, roger, report runway 23 in sight.
The Navy provided a free shuttle service for commuters utilizing helicopters and landing craft. The bridge also provides a unique habitat for fish and birds. A fishing pier on one of the artificial islands is a popular destination for those seeking bluefish, trout, and flounder. Pelicans and gulls can be seen perched atop the street lights of the bridge, also searching for fish.
Let me turn her off. I can't turn her off. Let's do this real quick. All right. That way I don't get distracted by the tour. Norfolk Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472, letting you know that I have runway 23 in sight. Oops.
November Charlie Juliet 472, winds 290 at 8, gusting 20, runway 23, cleared to land.
Acknowledging my clear to land at runway 23, November Charlie Juliet 472. Here we go, chat. We're coming down. Norfolk International Airport, in case you guys are wondering. Ground November Charlie Juliet 472, checking in. Ground November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a taxi to my parking.
November Charlie Juliet 472, winds 290 at 8, gusting 20, runway 23, cleared to land. November Charlie Juliet 472, welcome to Norfolk, contact ground on 121.9er. November Charlie Juliet 472, taxi to general aviation parking via Foxtrot, cross runway 32, then Alpha. Have a great day.
What happened there? Jeff, any information on this airport?
Norfolk International Airport, DKORF, is a key airport serving the Norfolk area and is known for its strategic location near military bases and naval facilities. It was established in 1938 and has grown to accommodate both commercial and general aviation traffic. The airport features a single runway and offers flights to various destinations across the United States. It's also home to the Norfolk Air Traffic Control Center, which plays a crucial role in managing air traffic in the region.
I did not know that. Good Lord. This runway is awful bumpy. The taxiway.
Attention viewers, this is your captain speaking. If you're enjoying the flight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for flying with us today.
Your subscriptions and views are muchly greatly appreciated. Thank you. Woo! Why is it so bumpy? Good grief. Ground, I need to, November Charlie Juliet 472 needs to cross the runway to continue my taxi. Where is it?
November Charlie Juliet 472, taxi to general aviation parking via Foxtrot, cross runway 32, then Alpha. Have a great day.
Taxi to general aviation, Foxtrot, crossway runway 32, then Alpha. Something's wrong. That's wrong. All right, folks, hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the Outer Banks. Sorry, it was kind of buggy there. Some things weren't working. We had to restart it. Actually, OBS had crashed. So that's why you guys saw the stream kind of cut off for a second. But I have it set up so that if I ever do drop, I'm coming right back. Unless I have a power failure. But then that's not in my control anymore. Anyway, I might be on later tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the views and subs and likes. Till then, catch you on the next stream. See ya.